Hey Jim.
How we doing, buddy?
We're doing. It's gonna be a great day. Me and Jim are actually waiting on my cousin Eric, which you guys have seen in a previous episode where he ended up finding his first ever American large scent, which was awesome to be a part of. Ever since then, he's been getting out metal detecting pretty much every day that he's had a chance to. And the kicker to that is his son is a huge fan of Detect Out Outdoors and watching me and Jim on all of our adventures. So today, me and Jim have invited both Eric and his son Lane out to come out metal detecting with us. And we're not sure what the day's gonna bring, but I can tell you this, is that we are gonna have one happy kiddo at the end of this episode. So we're gonna do the best we can to put Eric and his son on some relics today, maybe find some relics of our own. But that's not really what it's all about today. Today is just about making someone's day and presenting them with a pretty cool surprise at the end of the day. What do you say?
Get her dug.
Get her dug, and stay tuned. You're not gonna wanna miss it. So here it is, the end of May, and it's quite cool for May. I think it's, what, 62, 63 degrees out here in the woods. We got Jim here. The mosquitoes are along as well, but Jim is with us. My cousin Eric's here, and his son Lane. Say hi, guys.
Hey, what's up?
We are heading up along this old cart road here to a place up yonder. Let me see if I can show you guys here. Boom, up that way. I have found a couple of locations up here which prompted us to actually come up and take a visit into these woods and stop by and ask for permission to access all of this property, which is great. So we do know that we're on her land. We're going to continue to stay on her land, and the cellar hole that we are targeting right now is probably about a quarter to maybe a half a mile up the road here.
Dude, we gotta get moving, dude.
So before the mosquitoes carry us away here, Jim's giving me the nudge. Eric's ready, Lane's ready, and we're gonna make our way to the cellar hole. When we get there, I'll give you guys a little tour to see what it's like there, and we'll get to it. Hopefully dig some awesome relics for you guys and show it all to you as it comes out of the ground. So stay tuned. So we made it to the area that we know has a cellar hole around here. You see these old stone walls that are squaring off here.
I think I found the cellar hole over here.
And what'd you say, bud?
I think I found the cellar hole.
You got the cellar hole? What do we got? Good eye, dude. Look at this thing. Good job, Lane. Look at this. There's the old cellar hole we were looking for. That's an oldie for sure. I don't see any cut or quarried rocks there. A lot of branches and stuff in the way, which we'll need to clear out, but good eye, man. Oh. All right, well, I see Eric's over there already starting to swing away. Lane, I know you're excited to get looking for some relics, and Jim just made it up right in through the woods there. It is pretty thick, but we're gonna do the best we can to get some branches out of the way here. And what do you say we find some history, Lane?
Good idea.
We'll get at it and show you guys what we find. All right, Lane, I think we're on a tone, bud. So I know this is your first time using this detector, but I think that's worthy of digging. Let me see if we can pinpoint. So you pinpoint, hold it. Right about in there, bud, okay? So go ahead and dig a hole right around that area. I'm gonna set your metal detector down over here. Yeah, it's a good tone. You feel those rocks in there? I think we're on the edge of there's some stones and everything kind of stacked right here. And he's definitely working for this target. Okay. All right, so you got your plug popped up. You see what it is? That's a good first lesson for you, man. You know what this is?
Old can.
It's an old can that people just toss around. I mean, we are on a trail. It's an older one, but we call that can slaw or just junk. You're gonna find a lot of that stuff. And did you see how that rung up and it was like really loud and it just kind of caught your attention? Yep, so take that. Anything you dig, plop it in your pouch there. We carry it out with us and we throw it out when we get out. You think you got the hang of it for now?
Mm-hmm.
All right, bud, I'm gonna let you get to it. I'm gonna get to it and let's see if we can find some relics. You're not sure it's a good tone? You're working for it, it looks.
30 something and 50, so.
You need the big shovel? Where do you think it is?
Right there in the
Right,
center.
right in the center?
But it's huge rock.
Oh, I see. All right, so we got those, what we thought were big rocks out of the way. They're just a bunch of small ones. You got it there.
Oh, is this rifle casing? Or is that a 410 or something?
Is that all metal?
Yeah. Old.
Well,
It's old. I never seen
it's old.
them that long.
Yeah, for sure.
Full metal jacket.
Huh. Well, it's something, Jim.
All right, well,
Hey, at least there's stuff out here.
that's right.
I'm gonna go see how Lane's doing. He's enjoying himself. That's all that matters. What do you got? A horseshoe, and you're way up. Who knows? All right, bud. I guess we're gonna have to play musical chairs today with everybody, see what they find. You working on something over here, Lane?
Yep.
Did you get something? Hey, look at that. What do we got here? You know what this is?
Nope.
Think of eating. Think of biscuits. Think of buttering your biscuits.
Nice.
Yeah. Can you see? So see how the blade's thin on here? This would be the top. I think there might be a middle section, probably somewhere still in there. But you can see right here, see how this is?
Mm-hmm.
That would be the handle. Yep, it would be like a wood handle or bone or something, whatever they were using.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's an old rusty relic, but it's something, bud. Bugs eating you too?
Yep.
Yeah. Good thing it's cool and windy out here. The bugs will kind of stay away, but hey, it's your first relic on your own, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Keep at it. It's a good way to start. So what you want to do first is before you put that big clump on top, everything that you dug out like this and the roots, see how it kind of all fits back in there like a puzzle?
Mm-hmm.
Now flip that over. Put that right back on top of the roots and everything that you dug up. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. We're in the woods. And then you just kind of, just like that, like nobody was even here. You excited?
Yeah.
Show some excitement. Let's see it. Give me at least a smile. All right, bud. We'll get back to it. You're back from your journey?
Yeah, I found this horseshoe, but it was intertwined. It
Ooh, watch out for this spider web.
was intertwined between these roots. It was like all twisted and stuff. It took me about 10 minutes to get that dang thing out. Took forever.
That's an oldie. That's a beautiful horseshoe to preserve. You soak that and clean it up. You can drill those nails out of there.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they'll just fall out. So you'll clean that up. You can hang that up on your wall. Those are pretty nice to hang up, especially when they're really flat like that and they're perfectly preserved.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't take much to clean up.
It took forever.
Yeah,
I had to take a drink of water after that one.
we're just digging trash down here, but I mean, there's stuff around, like Jim just said, we're digging trash, but they're missed targets. So
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's really been up here. We just got to find out if they have any relics that they left behind.
There's definitely enough space to find something.
Yeah, let's keep at it, bud.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
You guys working on something?
Yeah, we got one of those signals. Almost sounds too good to be true, but sounds great.
Yeah. Shouldn't be too many roots around here. There you go, bud. It's a good plug. Yep. Go ahead and get that pinpointer out. You can just take this and go rip that right out. There you go. It's in the hole.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, it's right there.
It's definitely a solid target. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's small. You can reach right in there with your hands and grab that clump of dirt. Put it, there you go. Is it in there? I might have fell out. Oh, nope. Oh, you're gonna have that.
Oh,
Sorry to disappoint you, bud.
that's a good target today.
It is a good target to dig because it sounded like a nickel. And unfortunately, we find a lot of these out in the woods that we dig because people come out here and they party and they just toss things aside over the years. Oh well, that's why we got you the pouch to fill up, because you're gonna find a lot of trash out here, bud.
It means it's not all dug out, too.
Yep. Missed targets means someone hasn't been out here as much as they could have been, so perhaps there's other stuff to find. Well, it's a real slow go to start off here at the cellar hole, but there's a couple old things coming out of the ground. And there's another one, just a hinge off of cabinet or something. I don't think that's particularly too old, but it is some sort of relic, so hey, we can't complain. Lane's cleaning bugs out of his eyes, unfortunately. It's really starting to get buggy. The mosquitoes, the black flies have just started coming out, and that's just the way it is up here in New England. But for Eric and Lane and myself, it's been going very slow, and we just haven't been digging everything that we were anticipating digging. I do want to get Lane on some kind of relics today. I know he found that knife, which is still a pretty cool thing for him. I do know of some spots up along the way. There are some other cellar holes, and we're just gonna, well, we're waiting for Jim right now. He's digging his last target up here at this cellar hole, and then we're gonna head up that way. So while we're sitting here waiting for Jim and battling these black flies, you can't really sit still for too long. They just cover you. We're gonna get moving here. As you can see, these bugs are just relentless. We're gonna grab our things, start making our way up that way, and hopefully get on the next good cellar hole with some awesome relics. So we just found our second known cellar hole for the day, and this thing is massive. There are a ton of walls around here and a lot of land. As you can see, somewhat of a hole right there. Maybe that was part of a barn, I don't know, but I think this was the actual home site. We've got some land to detect. There's some structure rocks up there. There's some stuff up on the hill, and I know that these guys just walked a long distance to get here, and that's part of the adventure. So we're gonna get to it, and hopefully we can pop some relics out of the ground. We've literally just started digging, and the entrance to the cellar hole would be right there, and that's the main frame. Jim is just on the other side of this tree. Eric is working the edge of it. I started my way down this path here. I got a small mid-tone. There's a lot of iron in here, but I believe I just popped a nice button. Yep, that is a button right there. Shank is intact, and I don't see any design on there, but let me give it a quick field clean as always, and show you what we got here. So there it is, all cleaned up. I don't see, there is something written around the edge in there on the inside, but unfortunately no design on the front. However, that's a good find. When you get to a place like this and your first target is a button, even if someone else has been here before, clearly they didn't find everything, so we might be on to something. All right, Lane, what are you working on, bud? You got a good tone right here?
Yep.
Looks like you're dealing with some pretty nasty roots here. Push that back. Right here is where it's the hardest. Oh man, is that what it is? God, there's a lot of this junk out here. I don't understand how people left these tones though. That was a good tone.
Yeah, I got a nice tone over here. It's the same thing, but it's about this long.
Yeah, there's
Can't
just.
pull it out of the ground. I'm just gonna leave it.
I mean, there's just a lot of this stuff kicking around, which is making it unfortunate because we're not able to find those relics, which I promise you, there are relics around. It's just few and far between. Unfortunately, that's what we're kind of up against. And I mean, you guys are still having fun, right?
Yeah.
You having fun? You having fun down there, Lane?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's all about, is just getting out, enjoying the weather. And I mean, you're not going to find this sitting at home playing Fortnite on the couch, right?
No, we're looking for the real forts.
Yeah. So we found the real forts. It's just hard to find those relics, but we'll continue. And if we find any more, we'll let you guys check it out. You got something over here?
Yeah, man.
What did you find? Oh, wow.
This old door handle. Probably to a barn.
I think that's way
That's
too
the
big
latch,
to be.
maybe? So you...
Oh, yeah, I
With the
see what you're
thumb?
saying right here. Yep, you're right. It's broken right here.
Yeah. Still
That's a
pretty neat.
cool relic. You could probably do some electrolysis or something on there and clean that up. I don't know if these have, I've never seen one like this. I don't know if they have maker's marks or anything on them.
Yeah.
But if they do, I mean, you could definitely age that. But
Definitely old nails that held it in.
yeah, I think they're more like pins, but
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
It's a relic.
Keep on hunting.
It's not the shiny kind, but it's a good relic.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's a personal item. I mean, that went to someone's doorway.
Yeah. First one for me.
Cool.
Awesome.
The cellar hole that we're at now is way down this hill. Jim's still down that way. Eric and Lane went up over that way down. There's like a little pasture area there. And I'm up here trying to see if there's anything worthy of investigating. The cool thing is I did just find another somewhat of a stone structure right behind me, right on the boundary of the old property line to whomever was living here at one point. You can see the bank is built up on this side. It's built up over there. And then you have this wall right here with, I would believe, this would be an entrance. I know on a lot of these old sites, there's just different like post buildings here and there because, I mean, it took some effort and some time to be able to bring up a lot of the tools and everything that they were using along the way. And instead of just storing them all in one spot, you know, they'd have like these little outposts here and there along their property lines. So basically like sheds, just so they could keep their tools there for whenever they needed them. So even though we're not finding a whole lot, which there's still a good chance that we might run into some relics before the end of the day here, it's just been, as you know, about the adventure. And that's exactly what Eric and Lane wanted to go on today, was an adventure. And I couldn't think of a better place to bring them. A lot of hiking, a lot of sights. There's a lot of other people around this area that will wander up here. There are posted signs a little bit further down the road where we first come onto this property, but they're few and far between. The lady's an elderly lady, and you know, she's just not out putting up signs along the way. So eventually the posted signs stop, and the trail continues, and there's access from all over the area around here. So we've seen dirt bikes, four-wheelers, all that stuff, people walking and hiking, bringing, you know, their dogs and whatnot out. And unfortunately, places like this don't stay secret very long. Before the mosquitoes here carry me off, which would be probably a difficult feat, but I'm sure they could do it with the many millions that are flying around right now. I'm gonna make my way back down to the cellar hole where Jim is. I know Eric and Lane are working their way back around. I'll check in with them, see if they found anything. And if I find anything along the way, I'll show you guys as soon as I find it. So Jim, who just found a nice relic, has actually worked his way into this section. There's rock piles here and there and wherever, down along all these stone walls. So we're in some kind of a worked field area. What do we have? Ooh, that's a big oldie.
Nice little flat button.
Is that Tomback?
Ring up like a 55.
Yeah, no, that's not. I don't think that is.
40 to 55. The same as, kind of the same as that bullet I found earlier. So I thought it was going to be a bullet, but
Yeah. And you're just kind of working this little flat section down here, huh?
yeah, I've already been all the way down. Now I'm, you know, there's so much area in here for one person. You're just minute.
Yeah, but it's probably a lot better than all that iron and junk metal that we were getting up there. You probably...
Oh yeah, it's very quiet in here actually. I dug a piece of folded up metal up by one of the rock piles, but
Well, clearly people were in here, so...
yeah, it's you could tell it used to be a field or a pasture.
Yeah. So guys, did you have fun today?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I had a blast. Hang out with my son, look for relics, hang out with my cousin Jim.
It was fun to have you guys along. Sorry we didn't find too many relics, but it's still a good day, right, Lane? So you like going out with your dad detecting?
Yeah.
Yeah? What if you had a detector to go out with your dad all the time with? If he wanted to take you along, would you go?
Yeah.
Good. How about I tell you all that stuff that you're using today? You can keep it, it's yours.
Sweet.
Yeah?
Lucky. What do
So-
you say?
Thank you.
You're welcome. So you got the F44 detector, brand new all for you. You got your digger tool, you got your pinpointer, you got your new shovel. You're all set, bud.
Thank you.
Like a rock and roll.
Been a good day with you guys. It's been a good day with you too, Jim.
Thank you.
And why don't you guys lead us on out of here? We got some walking to do, but use that stuff, find some relics, Lane, and I'll be looking forward to seeing what you guys find on your next adventure.
Oh yeah.
So that's gonna do it for us for today. We're gonna head back to the vehicles and call it a wrap. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. We have more episodes coming out in the future, so stay tuned to that. And until next time, happy hunting.